I've been looking at the local economics because that's what we can change locally. So trying to make supply chains smaller, so the cycle of money, but also resources, is smaller and within our local area. Well, when you have resources being transported from, say, China, which is the biggest production area at the moment for many of our goods, there's huge amounts of oil used in transportation, which is a big thing in itself. But then there's also all of the money that goes over there is not spent on. It is spent there as well. So it's basically just money going out of where we are and going into an international market, and which usually just feeds back to the same group of people in China and America, rather than to us. And the great thing about a blog that you don't get from the main media, the TV and mainstream newspapers, is that it's our news. It's not what they want to publish. It's what we want to publish, and that's really important, I think, because there aren't enough channels for that.
I'm the treasurer of Norwich Co-housing. It's an idea from Denmark. Co-housing really is an opportunity for a group of people with similar aims and objectives to develop a community, really. The idea is really to cut down on using resources to develop links with your fellow humans, really, rather than feeling isolated in suburbia. Now we're actually at the stage where we have a piece of land. We're in the pre-planning stage for about a 30-unit community just south of Norwich.
The idea of the game is that we're looking at the low carbon house. For example, we've got shrink wrap all single glazed windows, and that's the sort of job that can be done in a weekend. So look at this family and decide what they are most likely to do. I think that one of the things that we could do, that this family is most likely to do before then, is things like not filling the kettle so much.
Here we are, Tom. We are at the Haymarket, and this is Occupy Norwich, one of the many cities in the world right now that are taking a stand as the 99% speaking out about the economic situation on our planet and saying we've got to come together and discuss how we go forward with a completely different way of operating than the way that's operating on the planet at the moment.
So Charlotte, Transition Norwich Communications, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think where it's a little bit different from maybe other initiatives is that nearly all the active people within the initiative are also bloggers. They contribute to the news blog every month, but they also, many of us take part in the actual this low carbon life. We've had between 12 and 20 different bloggers on the blog. It's been going for 2 years, and we all contribute in a rota. Where it was inspired by Transition 2. I don't know whether you've talked about that yet, Tom, or anybody else has, but it was the creation of transition circles about 2 years ago, which was a different push within the initiative to get everyone to be personally accountable for their carbon emissions. And we, a group of us, endeavoured to do this over a year and cut our carbon emissions by half of the national average. It's also about building relationship, and as is indeed the blog. Okay, so and also what's been really brilliant about the blog is that it's become the model, the blueprint for a national blog, which is now going on the Transition Network. It's called the Social Reporters Project. All about relationship, working within groups, and valuing what we're doing and treasuring everything.
Hope.
Well, there's going to be 3 words, but it's a positive vision for the future.
Well, I'll use one word and then enlarge on it, and that word is local community. Because I've found that being part of Transition Norwich has enabled me to appreciate the local community in the ways I didn't do before.
Resilience.
In a word, and it's not allowed to be a transition, what does transition mean to you?
Positive change.
It's 2 words.
Sustainability.
That's even better.
I think it means hope. It means there's a different story than the one that we see in mainstream media.
Charlotte, what does transition mean to you in a word?
Us.
In the mystery we are, changing like northern stars. Its promise will keep what billowed just out of reach for so long. The great turning has begun.